Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Rachel with LoCasa, and I want to make this quick video because we have an important update about one of our Subject 2 opportunities in Killeen, Texas. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with Subject 2, it is not like Airbnb arbitrage. It is not like what we normally offer, but we are starting to implement some more deals of this nature on our site. And that is basically the ability to purchase a home without having to go out and get a traditional loan, without having to utilize your own credit, without even really having to have a lot of cash on hand. And this is exactly the type of opportunity that would be great for someone that is first getting into Subject 2. So if you don't already know what Subject 2 is or you want to learn more, definitely make sure you do your research. You can reach out to us as well. We'd be happy to send you some resources. Usually post arbitrage, the rent equals the principal, interest, tax, and insurance, so the monthly payments. The deposit equals the earnest money deposit, and then the acquisition fee is the entry fee. So before, the actual principal, interest, tax, and insurance payment per month was close to $2,300, and then that is because they have a separate solar loan that they owe about $60,000 on, and that adds an additional $322 to their monthly payment. But I will break down why it is now lower. And then one of the other things is you were going to have to cover the realtor's commission, basically all the costs. But now that the sellers are really looking to move forward with someone with Subject 2, they're willing to be way more flexible and provide a better opportunity. So just a quick run through of the deal if you haven't seen it already. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath near the military base in Killeen, Texas. Nice modern turnkey property, literally ready to go. You could turn this into a short-term rental, a mid-term rental, a long-term rental, a rent by the room, whatever it is you'd like to do. It has a garage, driveway, all that good stuff. It's in a good neighborhood with no HOA. So just as a quick breakdown, the remaining loan balance on this is now $230,000 after June's payment, which the owners are going to make, is going to be a little bit lower. The interest rate is only 5.25%, which is much lower than the market right now. The entry cost is $15,000 plus closing costs. So the estimated closing cost for this opportunity is about $4,000, really $3,779. But just for easy math, you can expect that amount. Now the $15,000 basically covers our assignment fee, or AKA the acquisition fee. And you can literally get into this deal for less than $20,000, okay? So that is the entry cost. Then we have the monthly principal, interest, tax, and insurance, which is a little under $2,000. The loan type is a VA, and the maturity date is not till 2052. There is no type of balloon on this transaction, so you do not have to pay off or sell the property or refinance anytime soon. You can literally hold on to this deal forever until it's paid off, completely up to you. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, like I said, a little over 1,500 square feet. It was built somewhat recently, 2008. No HOA, like I said, and then of course, like I had mentioned, there is a solar loan on the home with a monthly payment of $322, but the seller has agreed to pay the monthly amount for the next 10 years, and then it would be the buyer's responsibility. That is literally saving you over $30,000. $30,000. That brings down your expenses tremendously. That increases your cash flow a ton. So that is a huge deal. On top of that, they are not going to have you pay the realtor's commission. So the realtor's commission is separate. They are going to cover that. All you have to pay is the assignment fee plus closing costs. Now, like I said, you can rent this by the room. You can do long-term rentals, which just based on the market, it's a little bit less than what you're paying. Which is why we're talking about potentially renting by the room, where you can make some cash flow. STRs are projected to bring in about $26,000 just based on this property. But we ran the numbers, and if you were to add a hot tub, that jumps up to $4,000 a year. So again, it's available. We are wanting the closing date to be about June 16th. So if this is something that could work for you, please let us know. We do have an inspection scheduled for next Tuesday, so next week, about 5 days from today, and that is going to be worked into the assignment fee. So you don't have to worry about that. That is completely covered. You will be able to see a copy of the inspection to make sure that there's not any issues with the home. But that is it. If you guys have any questions about this deal, if you're interested in moving forward, if you'd like resources around Subject 2 and just how we would go about purchasing a property like this, please let us know. Of course, we're here to help you with anything that you need. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.